Hey team, Patrick here. In this lesson, I'm going to give you some of my top tips to fix your serve and take it to the next level. Now, we might not be able to fix everything in one video, so I'm going to address the most common problems I see affecting a player's power, accuracy, and control. So hopefully you'll resonate with at least one of them. Now, these tips will mainly focus around the ball toss and your rhythm. So you don't overthink the technique, or it can become forced, and you can develop your own serve within some good fundamental foundations. So let's get into it. Once we have this set up, our ball toss is then really important, and I like to keep it super simple. We want our ball in front, so it goes into the court and slightly to our dominant side, unless we're hitting a kick serve. I would also work on tossing the ball to a consistent height, as if you're varying the height of your toss, it's going to be difficult to be consistent. Toss the ball to just above where you can reach, as if you toss the ball too high, you're going to have to hit a ball that's falling and picking up more speed. But if you toss the optimum height, it's not going up or down and gives you this maximum time to hit. With too high a toss, we'd also have this pause where we break our rhythm and disrupt the flow of our swing. Of course, if we toss too low, then we'd be rushed and never give ourselves a chance to reach this full extension. We want a smooth build-up of racket head acceleration from slow to fast. A good drill for rhythm would be to move the racket continuously, looping it at the bottom with this relaxed arm and grip, and feeling this racket drop and pendulum effect. We want to hear this swish at the top. We want to feel we finish most of our action up here. This is where we want the most speed. And then we can try and replicate this with the ball. So we need to sync our tossing arm and our racket arm. They have to work together. And I would either move them at the same time, it's the old down together and up together, or I would toss the ball slightly first. So we have this racket lag and again are forced into this acceleration. I know players like Iga have gone with more of a racket back first style, but I find for most players, this pause gets them to lose rhythm, and for recreational players, they might end up dropping into the waiter's tray position, where it's going to be then more of a pushing action and you're going to lose speed. We want this fluid throwing action, where the racket draws a circular loop in and around my head, exits out on the dominant side of my body, and then extends back up to contact. At this stage, the tossing arm tucks in to accommodate the swing path, allow the racket to move on a natural path, down and across your body. You don't want to think about snapping the wrist, but having a long contact zone where you finish all the way by your opposite pocket. And think about where you're looking at contact. Are you watching the ball? Now, I know this sounds really obvious, but many players end up looking to the target too early, taking their eyes off the ball, causing these misstrikes, or them to collapse at the waist and pull the ball down into the net. Yes, the pros finish all the way here, but at contact, watch that their eyes and their chest are more up and they're still in this position. So focus on this position, see yourself hit the ball and finding the correct angle of strings. We should be still moving and accelerating up as we hit the serve. So hit at the ball and not the box, and then you won't collapse on the shot. We also want our weight moving forwards where we finish inside the court. This is why we want our ball toss slightly in front. We want all our energy moving in that direction. So feel where you finish, and if you're falling backwards or sideways, then you might need to adjust your ball toss. The progression to moving forwards is then to bring in some leg drive. This jump into the court that we see from the pros, where we bring in more knee bend and racket head speed. Now, before the comments, I know there's so much more to it than this, but hopefully this gets you started the right way or cleans up areas within your technique if you have been struggling with your serve. So if this video has helped, then please leave it a like, comment down below and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on court in the next one. Cheers, guys.